Hey there, and welcome to this medieval tune by Richard the Lion-Hearted. Quite a fellow, 1194. Looks like this piece was written in. Quite an old piece. In this video, what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at the roadmap for this piece, the big picture, and then we're also just going to kind of preview and forecast the challenges that lay ahead. So we're just going to get a nice overview. Let's dive right into that. So to begin with, we are in 3/4 time. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 is how we're going to count this. Looking at the rhythms throughout here, we have some eighth notes right here. So 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 3 and 1 is how we're going to count those. And then we also have this triplet figure. And we'll talk more about this in this section in which it lies. But this is something that you can also just start working on in your practices, being able to drop in triplets, and we'll talk more about that. More eighth notes, one more triplet down here. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with rhythmically. Now for the roadmap, what we're looking at is this repeat sign right here. That means that this first section, we're going to call this the A section. This first section goes to here, and then it goes back to here by the winding path, and then does it again. And then that time it goes on all the way to the end. So 2 times up here, 1 time down here. Of course, if you'd like to elongate the piece, you can do the entire thing again. And oftentimes what happens if you do that, if you would like to, once you get here, if you're going to repeat up to the top and play it again, normally that would be called DC. So da capo means go back to the beginning. You could go through and not repeat. So it's just straight through the second time. If you wanted to make this a little bit longer, you don't have to do the repeat on the second time. So it's just some more options for you. Once you put in the work on learning it, it might be that you like to loop it a couple times. Well, in the next 7 videos, we're going to be going through each of these sections. Here you have your section numbers. We're going to be going through each of these really closely and looking at what needs to happen in there. The basic format we're going to use is we're going to look at all the notes, make sure we know everything, what all the ink on the page means. We're going to clap the rhythms, make sure that we know the rhythms. We're going to do the hands separately, then we're going to put them together and then look at the phrasing and what we should do with it to make it more expressive and beautiful. So that's the basic format that we're going to be going through with each of these sections, and it's a great format to go in your pieces anyway. Sometimes we might go and put the phrasing and the beautification process right in with the right hand, since that's the one that really does it anyway. Then we might do it at that stage before the left hand even gets in. But we may not. We'll see. But that's another place where you could, for when you're practicing, you could add that while you're practicing the right hand, if that makes sense. All right, well, onward into the piece. See you there.